Our first signee is Morgan Farman. She will be attending Canisius College. She will be swimming for the Golden Eagles. A little bit of review for her high school career. At the county level, she's a 2-time team champion. She's a 10-time county individual champion. She's a 4-time All-Star. She's a 3-time county swimmer of the meet or MVP. She's a 2017 team sectional champion, and she was the Class C swimmer of the meet. Additionally, she holds 3 school records. She's qualified for state 3 times, and we want to wish her good luck at states this weekend. Our next signee is Ellen O'Neill. Ellen will be attending Roberts Wesleyan College, where she will be playing lacrosse for the Redhawks. She is a 3-sport athlete. She's played in soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. She's a Section 5 champion in basketball and a member of the 2016 Girls Basketball State Championship team. As a sophomore, she was named to the Section 5 Honorable Mention All-Star team, and as a junior, she was selected as an All-Star for the girls lacrosse team. She is primed and ready to have a great senior year this year. Ellen O'Neill. If we could have the coach for Morgan come up first, I'd like to take a minute and say a few words.
Those of you who don't know me, my name is Brett Leader. I've been Morgan's coach in some capacity or another for the last 6 years. First as her modified coach, then 4 years as her varsity coach here at Livonia, and throughout that time, and now continuing forward as her club coach. So during that time, I've been lucky enough to sort of witness her growth and development as an athlete, as a student, as a very accomplished young woman, and as a team leader from a very proximal position, and that's been a wonderful journey for me also. I think a lot of Morgan's athletic highlights sort of speak for themselves, and Coach Kress just did a great job of listing a few of them for you. Just to reiterate a couple as an illustration of really just how prolific her career has been here. As you mentioned, 7-time individual sectional champion, this year adding a team title to that resume, being named Class C swimmer of the meet. Undefeated the last 4 years at the Livingston County Championship meet, earning swimmer of the meet honors 3 times. Undefeated in the last 3 years of dual meet competition. None of that by design. There were certainly no instances of putting her in specific races to make sure we extended that streak. That was all organic, and in fact, most of the times, it was the opposite of that, where she needed to swim events out of her comfort zone to put us in positions to win meets against opposing teams' best swimmers. And even with all of that, she hasn't lost a race in 3 years. 3 school records, 3-time New York State Championship qualifier, and soon to be New York State Championship finalist. So again, those are just a few. So just a brief illustration of really what a wonderful career she's had. The things that I'm going to remember are just sort of the real genuine satisfaction I derive from working with an athlete who always wanted to be better, was never satisfied with what she had already accomplished, was always looking for what was next, always pushing herself, always demanding the most of herself, and always doing that in a very positive way, right? There's a right and wrong way to go about demanding excellence, and she always went about that the right way. I'll remember sort of watching the evolution of her leadership from being a very young athlete on the varsity team, leading by example, always being the hardest worker, always being the toughest racer, through to the last couple of years where she became a more vocal and hands-on leader, certainly through her captaincy this year. Along those lines, becoming a real organizational linchpin of the program, organizing team events, whether they were team building exercises or apparel orders or little details that make seasons special and memorable, but sometimes fall by the wayside or might get overlooked. She was always on the spot with those. And I think mostly I'll remember just the galvanizing effect that Morgan has on people in general and on her teammates specifically. Morgan makes people feel comfortable. She makes people feel important. She makes people want to be there. She does a great job of focusing people towards a common goal. And as a coach, right, that's the That's the recipe, the secret formula we're always looking for. How do we take 20 or 30 individuals and make a team? How do we take 20 or 30 people from different backgrounds, with different ideas and thoughts, with different motivations, and get them to work together towards one common goal? And every year I was lucky enough to be Morgan's coach. I watched her work her people skills towards that end, and it certainly made my job a lot easier, and took a lot of pressure off me knowing that she was there and that personality was in place to sort of nurture those things and make sure that we were really focused as a team towards one common goal. And I think we saw that pay off this year with the team's first sectional championship since 2008, 2009, 2008. So those are the things that I'll remember. I think also those are the things that are going to help her the most, apart from her athletic acumen, as she continues her career at Canisius and even after her swimming career. Once that draws to a close, those are the skills and attributes that she's going to be able to draw on to make sure that she remains successful all throughout her life. Those are certainly the things I'll miss the most at our program at Victor. I think those are the things that they'll miss the most here at Livonia also. I don't suspect there's one person who's going to be able to fill all of those roles that she's leading here now that she graduates. I imagine it's going to be effort by committee. But if I know Morgan, she's done work this year to make sure there are young people in place to take those places for her. So I just want to finish with a thank you from me personally for everything you've done for me, a thank you for everything you've done for the Livonia program. It's very important to me. A very heartfelt congratulations and best of luck as you continue your career and your adventure at Canisius next year.
Thank you, Coach Leader. Coach Kinney, would you mind coming up?
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm the varsity lacrosse coach. I've been here for, this will be my 5th season. I've had the pleasure of coaching Ellen since her freshman year on varsity with me. When she was a freshman, she had 13 goals for us, a sophomore 20 goals, and then last year she finally realized her potential for lacrosse and how strong of a player she is. And about halfway through the season, we were at a game against Brockport, a very physical and dirty game, and we were on the losing end. And I remember her coming off the field and saying how frustrated she was, and I told her to go back out there and score as many goals as you can and get them to shut up that way. And she went back out and lit it up and had her career high so far of 5 goals for that season. And then the rest of the season, she was unstoppable. And I'm excited to see one more season here this spring, and then to watch her grow and continue to dominate the lacrosse field at Roberts Wesleyan. So she's a fantastic person. She always brings laughter to our practices every single day. She's very, very dedicated at every single open gym that she could possibly attend throughout the entire winter. She's just a true athlete with a huge amount of desire to constantly get better. So I wish you good luck, and I'll see you this spring.
Our third and final signee today is Hayleigh Palotti. Come on up. She is going to Jacksonville University, where she will be running for the Dolphins. While running 3 seasons here at Livonia, she has compiled an impressive resume, and I'll share a few of those accomplishments. When we were looking at the county accomplishments, we really couldn't come up with the number of county championships she's had. It's a lot, and she has set 2 county records. At the sectional level, she has 17 sectional titles and a team sectional title. She is a 9-time All-Greater Rochester runner and a 2-time All-Greater Rochester Runner of the Year. At state, she has 10 state medals, and she's the only female in Section 5 history to ever win 2 Runner of the Year, or 2 cross-country state titles. Other notes, Hayleigh has broken 4 school records here, and her running outside of the school. She is a USA TF Junior Olympic National Champion in the 2,000-meter steeplechase, and she is a Junior Olympic All-American. So there was so many other highlights, but those are many of them. So congratulations, Hayleigh. Coach Dave Crabb, who's worked with her in all 3 sports for several years here.
Hi, I'm not going to talk about Hayleigh's athletic abilities. I think they pretty much speak for themselves. Coach Kress probably could have gone probably a good half an hour or more. I'd like to just share a couple stories about Hayleigh that really attest to what kind of character she has. She really doesn't like the individual attention. She likes it when her team is around her or somebody else. One of my favorite memories that shows that, I don't know if you remember, when she was in 10th grade and she won her first sectional cross-country title. She was being interviewed by the Democrat, and he said, "Can I get your picture?" I was standing outside the pit, the area that they finish in, and she just kind of looked around, and she goes, "Can Coach get the picture with me?" And I said, "No." I said, "This is for you and not for me." The other thing that she brings to the table, as an athlete, and been lucky enough to have several of these over my career, but when somebody of this caliber is on the team and you come out, okay, we're going to run hills today. In any ordinary season, you get lots of complaints. "Oh, it hurts, I don't want to do those." But when someone of Hayleigh's caliber, you tell them what hills we're doing, she takes off and she does them to the 100% or more of her ability. No one even thinks about complaining because they know what it would look like if they complained while she's doing that work, and look where it's coming. So, yeah, she has a ton of natural ability, but she doesn't just rest on that. She develops it, she works hard at it, and she's a really, really good teammate to everybody and just a great person. Jacksonville's lucky to have you.